What's up, guys? Welcome to the 2020 game room tour. I've changed a few things in this room. If you remember my last game room tour, like I said, I've been going strictly PlayStation. PS2 kinda is not much anymore, but I'm slowly just going towards just PS1 only. And I'm starting to collect for Nintendo DS only as well. So I'm trying to stick with two things right now. So the room has changed a little bit, not as much if you remember the tour from last time. But here, let's get started on the left side of the room. I've kind of changed up this whole area here. It used to be full of more games, but like I said, I'm getting rid of things that aren't PS1 and DS. So it's very empty because I just got rid of a lot of stuff. But I found this deluxe set at my local game store, and they're selling it for really cheap because the ROB is broken and stuff. So I'm gonna end up selling that because I thought it'd be like a good investment, and then flip it to get other stuff. So it also came. The guy had it back from like the 80s, and he even got a letter from Nintendo in here. I guess he sent it in to get repaired or something like that. Got some cool paperwork with it. Cool letters from Nintendo in there. I got a couple of my Jago statue here, my Samus and Metroid amiibo, and then most of my DS collection is in here. I have some pretty good DS games. I would love to get the whole set, but man, there's so many that I don't think I'll ever collect every single one of them because there's a lot of turds in that. In the DS, a lot of shovelware in there too. So I'm collecting some 3DS, but not very much, as you can see. I don't really play DS that much anymore. Handhelds kind of mess with my head, so I don't really play as much. So PSP, I haven't really collected. I got a few more games on here, I think, like Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, which is a really good game. But I haven't really been picking these up. These are hard to find in my area. They don't really sell PSP games anymore, and my local game store doesn't carry them anymore because they don't sell, so they don't do it anymore. But anyways, this whole area is just not as full as it used to be, but it'll slowly get filled up with more stuff. But as far as PS4 games go, I'm keeping these just because I play modern stuff as well. So PS4, I got a lot of the good games here, some limited run stuff here. This one I actually got in recently. It's the Battle Princess Madeline, the Kickstarter edition. I know a lot of people were upset with this. We haven't even got all of our rewards yet. So it's kind of, everyone's upset. It's Kickstarter, things don't always go as they're planned. I got a t-shirt with it. So it's a good game. If you haven't played it, it's a like spiritual successor to Ghosts and Goblins, Super Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever. So it's a pretty cool game. But yeah, you probably hear about that on the internet somewhere else. So let's move over to this other corner. I have this over here. It's a laser disc holder. I don't really use it. I found it locally, and I was just like, well, I'll get it because the price was pretty decent. So I was going to put some of my records in here, but I don't think that's a good idea. As you can see, they're very unprotected. So I was going to collect for Laserdisc, but then I quickly got out of it. So my Juggernaut fridge is here still. Nothing really going on too much there. I don't even have it plugged in. The God of War sign, I decided to put it on the ceiling because it looks great just chilling up there. And then if anyone's wondering, it's not like a poster, it's some kind of like hanging display because it has like a little hook up here that you can hang it up somewhere. So very cool display. I've had it in the corner for a little while, so it's very cool. This giant Final Fantasy IX poster, I got it in a trade a while back, so it's a promo poster of some kind at some kind of store. I'm not sure where it came from because it has like seed counter details for reserving this game, so pretty cool addition. I'm not a big fan of the artwork, but I mean it came in a trade, so I took it and I hung it up here. So this Mortal Kombat rotating icon display, it used to go into a standee. You just drop this into a standee, and then it would spin and there's a battery in there. You just plug the battery in and it starts spinning. So the wrapper clock that I've always had that doesn't work anymore, but it's still a cool display piece. This awesome, I got this from a Sony employee. It's a Bushido blade letter opener promo item. He said he lost the original sword. This is not the original sword. It's just a letter opener. That's a katana. But I mean, it fits in there perfectly. So I wish I could see the actual sword. I can't find any pictures of it. So if anyone has any info on it, let me know. But it has Bushido blade written there, and of course PlayStation right there. So it looks pretty sick. Over here to the right, finally, I found a Final Fantasy VII display piece that was pretty affordable. Unfortunately, it's the Pepsi crossover with Final Fantasy. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but Final Fantasy VII and Pepsi partnered together to promote Pepsi and Final Fantasy VII. As you can see, Cloud is doing his normal stance here, but you can see that he's missing his sword here. A lot of these Pepsi logos with Cloud on it, you'll see that he's missing his sword. I guess it was considered kind of violent, I would assume, having a gigantic sword representing Pepsi. So I'm assuming that's why they took it out. Also, I guess it's sticking way out would be kind of hard to put on here. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking because of the collaboration between the two that they took away the sword just for safety. But it kind of looks kind of silly because everybody knows he's supposed to be holding his Buster sword right there. But having something Final Fantasy VII in my collection is pretty cool. I like it. Of course, the PlayStation Classic standee that I have, the only thing great that came out of the PlayStation Classic was the standees. Very cool, double-sided, has its own actual size PlayStation display right there. Pretty cool. This, actually really cool. I met a guy online that has a lot of promo items. He used to work at KB Toys, and then eventually, other game stores, and they got this Colony Wars. It's a PS1 game. Promotional box. It doesn't have anything in it. It's just the box because he got rid of all the promo items. He said it was a T-shirt, and then I think he thinks a copy of the game, but he's not 100% sure. So if anyone knows, I would love to complete this. But very cool piece I've never seen before. He sent me these art pieces. He used to run a zine. And it had, he printed out these Parasite Eve fan art. So they're not official pieces or anything, but it was cool that he added them in there for me. Very cool. I might frame those and put them somewhere because they're really cool little pieces. So, let me back up here. This display case, I don't know if anyone knows, it's not a regular display case. It's actually a Nintendo/Sega display case. You can see these little strips here gave it away when I saw it on the marketplace. They had it just as a normal display case, but it's actually a Nintendo/Sega is what I've been told. It's weird that it's the two that are together, but there's a red lined one that's Nintendo, and then there's a blue one that's Sega. But these are also used for like Nintendo products as well from other pictures that I've seen. So it was awesome to find this. It was super, super cheap, and I knew what it was immediately when I saw it. The guy didn't know what it was. He just wanted to get rid of it, and he delivered it, and he brought it inside for me too. So it was an insane pickup. I haven't picked up anything that cool in a while. So it's very cool to display all my favorite promo items in here. And then this came off of a World of Nintendo cabinet that got converted into a PlayStation cabinet a long time ago. So when I sold the World Nintendo cabinets, I kept this piece, and it's Velcroed, as Velcro's on both sides, and I just stuck it on here, and it looks pretty damn good that way. So, all right, let's continue what's in this display case. That same guy that used to work at KB, he sent me these little cards. They're call cards. You can call and get hints about all these games that are in here. So the coolest one is definitely this Resident Evil calling card. It came in a sweet little card carrier that had the Capcom logo on it, and it has a free 10-minute prepaid hint card. and there's all these hint cards and reservation cards for Funko Land, and it has collectible phone card on it. So these are really cool. I've never seen these before, and he gave them to me at a good price, and he's a really cool guy. I hope I get more stuff from him. My Gradius Breakdown DVD, my Promo Diablo memory card. I have a video on that. I unboxed it. The Capcom, I think it's a Mega Man 15th anniversary pin. A Final Fantasy X promo CD with a few songs on it. The Mortal Kombat coin that you got from going to the Mortal Kombat premiere, I think is what it was. A couple of CDs here. I have videos of all this stuff if you guys want to look it up. The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy employee only promo item. This cool PlayStation sign that I got off eBay a while back. Let's see, yeah, there we go. It's a kind of like a plastic sign. You can hang it up, and it has little feet on it that help it stand, so I have it in here because it looks really good like that. Going to the bottom, the Einhander mini guide that I've had for a really long time. This greatest hits sign that I've had for a while. I guess it went on a display case, maybe. I'm not sure, but it looks good in here. The PlayStation binder that I've had for a while that I showed you guys a long time ago. I put it in here, flipped it open to one of my favorite pages, and it has Final Fantasy VII on there. The same guy from the Funko Land place, he got me another binder, which these things are so hard to find. He was telling me that you could find the binder, but whenever new content or new things were coming out, they would take all this stuff out and they would just either throw it away or someone keeps it, but keeping them together, you don't see it very often. So that's why when you see things like this, it's really rare to find them intact. And it has just games that are coming out. And this binder is just like the other one. It has new games coming out, but they're all different. This one has my absolutely favorite PS1 game in it, and it has Mega Man X4 on it. Artwork I've never seen on it. It's really cool. I would love to do a review on these at some point, but it's so cool to have both of these because you just do not see them ever. Very cool. I hope I can get more, but out of the years I've been collecting, which has been like 10 plus years, these are the only two that I've ever seen. So these are really cool. Always want to keep these in this display case. They look great in here. So there's one little look there. Very cool side there. That's a new area, if you guys didn't know. Not many changes in here, but that's a new one right there. My giant PlayStation 1 display case, I moved it from the other side of the room, which is actually behind me, to this side of the room, and there's a reason why, because I got a new setup over here I'll show you guys. But I moved everything over here. Everything in here is pretty much the same. I didn't really change much. All the games look good. I moved the games around some, but really not that much. And I got Legend of Mana playing right now. It has a really good intro if you guys haven't seen it. And just seeing it from this camera, the scan line going up, I almost forgot to mention, I finally found a perfect size CRT TV to fit in here, and it looks great. Like, it's perfect size. It's the exact size I needed, and it looks amazing. It won't look good on the camera, but man, in person it looks like CRT goodness. It's really, really good. Of course, I have my PlayStation in here to play the game. A bunch of demo discs, more trays to put games in the display case that I don't need right now. I have something cool that I found on Facebook that someone had. It's a PlayStation kiosk demo disc, which these things are hard to find, and they have all these game demos and stuff like that on here, so you can see some of the games that are on here, so I can put them on this this kiosk slash display case. But I like a cool cinematic going when I have it, so it has good music on it and everything. I just turned it down for the video. Of course, my PS2 light up sign, nothing changed there. I would love to get a PS1 sign to put up there and move this somewhere else, but I don't have that right now. Back there I have my Persona 4 banner that I got from GameStop when the game first came out, so that's cool to have up there. And in the corner here, I can't remember if I had this up last room tour, but it's a print by the artist, I can't remember her name, I think Mono something, I can't remember, but she has a really awesome artwork that she has for Final Fantasy. You might see it on some of the cover art for Final Fantasy 15 and others, I believe. It's hard to remember, but very cool. I had this framed years ago, and I've had it just sitting down on the ground for a while because I didn't have anywhere to put it. It looks good at this corner over here. Love the borders that they made for it when I got it custom framed. Looks really good. This PS1 display case, I still have Dreamcast games in it. I haven't had any reason to take them out. I know it's kind of odd having Dreamcast in here, but it's just how I like it right now. Behind here, this absolute mess, I have tons of standees back here. Mega Man Legends standee, a Xenosaga standee. They're just so big that I can't put them anywhere. And don't worry, I have them set where they're not going to get any damage. It looks crazy from here, but the top is what I really care about, and it's kind of padded in there, so I got a bunch of stuff in here. A Ninja Gaiden standee, which doesn't go with my theme at all, but it's sick. I love it. And my favorite display case, my PS1 display case with my Oddworld standee on it. This new display I found on eBay is supposed to go on a TV for a kiosk, and I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out which kiosk it goes to. I have two PS1 kiosks, and they don't fit quite right, but as you can see, it has little stickers here that stick to the TV, and it stays like that, and it displays this. But I just have it sitting like this because it fits pretty perfect right there. I like how it looks. I'm probably just gonna leave it there and not worry about the stand or the kiosks because they're so big. I took both kiosks out of my room because I have no room for them. So very cool. This isn't lit up, but it lights up from behind this marquee, and it's supposed to shine down on all the games. But I have my Lunars and my big box PS1 games here. Haven't really changed much here. Maybe some of the order I have these in, but still pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed here. And I still have my sweet PS1 display mat that's really awesome, hard to find like that. And then this corner here, a Parasite Eve standee, Shauna, I think, from Legend of Dragoon. I can't remember if I had that hanging up last time, but that's still there. And then, of course, the Parasite Eve standee, the Resident Evil 3 standee, looking good over here in the corner. If I get the Nemesis face in there, yeah, there we go. This supposedly from KB Toys Resident Evil poster that I have on the wall. And then probably one of my favorite pieces in my collection is the new releases sign that I've still have yet to see anyone have. Never want to get rid of this. It's amazing. The Legend of Dragoon logo, that's legit logo. It's not like printed or anything like that. Used to belong to a standee along with the Shauna piece. And I actually have another, it's hard to see her down here. There she is. She fell over, but I need to hang her on the wall too. So I'm skipping the left side of the room because that's going to be the final part of the game room. That's a new addition, and it's a really cool part of my game room that I'm enjoying a lot. And then, okay, so this next piece, it's amazing find. I didn't make a pickup video or anything on it yet. It's something I found. I have a new way of finding stuff, and it was crazy how I found it. But anyways, never seen this before. Incredibly hard to put together, and I got it for an amazing price because the guy just wanted to get rid of it, really, and make some more money for his PC setup, which is insanely expensive if you guys don't know. But it is a medieval, the first medieval standee, and it is sick, guys. It is one of the hardest standees I've ever put together. If these things don't have instructions, man, I still don't even know if I put it together quite right, but it's so cool. You know, it says you'll be dying to play. This medieval logo, I still haven't glued it to the, I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to get some adhesives, because it used to go right here is where it used to go. So it's a medieval right here, and then it has some gameplay screenshots over here, some stuff down here. Daniel Fortescue, I think is his name. It looks really good here. It's actually, the leg was actually ripped off, and I actually got a big discount for having that. It was off, and it wouldn't even stand anymore. So I kind of jerry-rigged it together. I won't go into what I did to it, but I mean, look at it. You can barely even tell it's there if I didn't say anything. But looks so good. The moon in the back, like the castle in the background, cemetery look. Man, it is so cool. One of the hardest standees I've ever put together. If you've seen my Xenogears portrait unboxing, I finally got it on the wall. It looks very good. I've seen lights online that you can mount here, and it kind of comes off and it blows more light on the picture. I think I might get some of those because it's kind of dark in this room. But man, it looks so good. Chilling on the wall right there. Sophia looks great. Love it. Looks so good. Mega Man Volnut still chilling in the same spot he's been in for years. Hanging right there. And then the last side of the room right here, my Shadow of Mordor sword, I have it hanging up here. I recently found out that this is a prize that you won. I think it was Germany, maybe? It wasn't in the US. There are a few different prizes you could have won, but this was like the hardest one to get. And it's a one-of-one display piece. So, I mean, this thing was, I found on eBay long time ago, like 8 years ago. I can't remember, whenever Shadow of Mordor wasn't even released yet. It was a little promo item. But as you can see, I've shown this so many times, but it's so detailed in the hilt. It's so sick. It looks so good. And like I said, it being a one-of-one is really cool. And I put it on a page, and they said that, you know, they haven't seen any other ones made that is a one-of-one. So I love having it in my collection. It's an amazing piece. So let me cut to the very last part of my game room, a new addition that I'm so proud of, that I worked really hard to get. And if you're wondering, right now, it's not a PlayStation display of any kind, but it's a really cool addition to my game room that I thought I'd never have. So let's get to that right now. Alright guys, before I end this video, I just kind of wanted to mention, there was a video on here that I made a little while back that I wasn't too proud of. My life changed for the worst just in one day, and it kind of took its toll on me. And to my surprise, I had a lot of the community, my subscribers, really reach out to me in my time of need. So
I really appreciate it, and I'm glad I have some great friends that I haven't even really met before and that can really talk to me and make me feel better. So I appreciate it to all of you that reached out to me. You don't know how much that stuff means to me. So thanks again. I hope you enjoyed the room tour.